So today we're going to try a little electronic detective work. So these are my friends, Cody and Kristen Walker, and they have a couple of race cars. You've got the Dart.
Yep, 71 right? Dart.
They do the whole drag and drive thing. That's their bag. And this is actually Kristen's car. Kristen, what do you got here?
Got a 1968 Chrysler Newport.
Yeah, which I'm totally in love with.
Weighs about 4,300 pounds.
And you're going to try to race this thing?
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder what's under the hood.
We're going to try.
Let's see. My God, what is that?
So we've got a 400 stroker, 512 cubic inches.
Okay.
So we basically just replaced the original 383, and then we've got a beefed up 727 to pair with it as well.
And you got a Dana 60 under the back of this
Dana
thing.
60, we're staying carbureted, kind of redoing what we did with the Dart, only with a much heavier car.
So the Dart's supercharged.
Yeah, Dart's supercharged, and this one's going to be naturally aspirated. So.
Yeah.
All right. So what brought us to this point here?
So we just, I'm a carport mechanic, you know, so I don't have the luxury of a shop. So we've been struggling on nice days in the wintertime to come out here and figure out a wiring issue. As you can see that rat's nest over there.
Yeah, this is a little crazy.
Yeah, so the car ran when we bought it, so we just swapped motors and just were keeping going with what we had. But yeah, it died on us coming out of the carport the other day, and I haven't had time to figure it out. So
it was running, everything was working.
And it just, literally, we put it in drive, went to go out of the carport, and it just died.
Okay, and what have you determined so far with it?
That we're getting no power to the inside of the car. So we're getting 12 volts to my power block here. I did replace this power wire because it was really old and broken up, hoping that would fix the problem. And that didn't fix the problem. So that's kind of where I dropped back to punt.
Okay.
And asked for help.
All right. So the power circuit on this car, where's the negative battery cable?
Right there.
All right. Let's just make sure we got let's make sure we got a good test light. Okay, and we do. All right. So how much of the original wiring goes from here to the key?
I mean, it would be.
All right. Well, one of these is the ground. This is the ground, like the neutral safety switch, and then this one is the actual key.
Yep.
Okay, but how much of the original wiring of the car goes, let's say, into the alternator gauge?
I think it's original under here.
Okay.
That's what you're asking? Under the dash?
Well, so much over here, because you got the bulkhead connector that all little wiring originally ran through. That's all stock, and then this is all add-on stuff?
Yeah, the only thing I've added on is what you see coming to the power block and over here to my relay. I haven't messed with anything going into the car.
Okay. All right, so then we're dealing with the factory wiring as far as that goes.
Yeah.
All right, so what we've got here then, now originally you would have a fusible link that would run off of here.
Okay.
And then go into the car. Where is that?
So that must have already been gone because I didn't take a fusible link out of it.
Okay, so then that means that this is, where is our power wire going into the car? So the path is from the battery to the starter relay, which is just this normal cable right here, and then there's going to be a fusible link that goes from here to the bulkhead connector. Someplace in there is going to be a fusible link, and then from the bulkhead connector it goes to the alternator gauge.
Right. Jumps
Across the alternator gauge, and that's where the power for everything else comes from there.
Right.
All right.
So I think that bulkhead was already gone when I got the car.
Well, no, the bulkhead is
I'm sorry, the
buried
fusible
under all
link.
of
The
this.
fusible link.
Oh yeah, we got wires cut. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, what a mess.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what I generally do with stuff like this. Do the wipers work on this car?
They do.
Okay. Turn the ignition to the on position and turn the wipers on.
Okay. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, I know. I'm not expecting them to work, but when you're
You'll leave
when
it
you're trying
on.
to troubleshoot, the easiest way is to, as soon as you hear the wipers jump,
Got it.
you know that you've. So you haven't changed anything. You haven't changed anything here. This is all
Nothing.
previously cut.
Correct.
So from the time that you lost power, nothing here is different.
Other than I replaced this wire
Just
going
replace
into
this
the
wire.
cab. That's it.
Okay. So let's find the wire that's supposed to feed this car. And it's this one right here.
That's burn up.
It's, yeah, this is the fusible link.
Okay.
This is the fusible link wire.
Yep.
Okay, so that. I know we don't have power from it, but so let's run a jumper wire.
From the power block to there.
Yeah. What was this wire here? You added this.
I did. Does it go in the car?
Yes.
Okay, let me think. Maybe going to the MSD box.
Now this is an older wire. You've got. So this one is your key signal.
Okay.
This one is so when you turn the key, you're tripping the solenoid, or at least it should be, in theory.
Right.
So just to satisfy myself. Okay. And then this wire here, what's this wire?
That's what I'm trying to remember. What? Because I've at least put it to power there. It's an older wire, like you said.
This is the one I'm talking about right here.
Okay. I've got it.
What's that run to? I'm going to go grab a jumper wire in the meantime because I want to see what happens if we power to the fusible link.
That just goes up into this harness.
It's a very unfancy jumper wire. So I know I have 12 volts here. And we're dead to the fusible link. So you sure the key's in the on position?
It is.
Okay, and the wipers are on.
The wipers are-
2, right? No. There.
Yeah, they're on.
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay.
And the wipers have worked to the car, right? Okay.
All right. So now we got to go under the dash.
So that wire goes under the dash and up into the wiring harness, and I'm trying to remember why that is going to that power block right there, what I was doing there.
All right. Well, let's take a look.
So I found several wires under the dash when we bought this car that were just openly twisted together and just left out.
Right.
And so I was trying to fix some of that the best I could.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
And that's my vacuum pump heater running.
Okay, all I did was I touched the wires that go to the back of the alternator gauge.
That's what I wondered what to do with that amp meter.
Yeah, because on these cars, it's a live part of the circuit.
Right. So you think there's a loose connection?
You got a loose connection there, and I bet you that wire that was added on,
Yeah.
the older one, that's where it goes. Without actually being able to see all the way up in there, because they can only feel, you know. That's probably where that wire goes. So that's going to be the main feed into the car. You should have a fusible link in that circuit.
Right. And you're talking about this old red wire, right?
The old red.
Yep. So I could add a
Yeah, just add
fusible link.
fusible link in there.
Right.
And then from that point, it's going to go, like I said, to the, let me shut this off. From that point, it'll go to the alternator gauge, and then from the alternator gauge, it'll go to the rest of the car. Or you could bypass the factory alternator gauge, which is what most people do.
Right.
Well, most people run into this problem. You know, and run, just run a separate one under the dash someplace, and then feed that to the power in the key,
Right.
the ignition switch, and then everything will work from there.
Okay.
So let's get that tight.
Yeah.
So now if we get this car running, you're going to do a burnout?
I've not done a full burnout with this car yet, but yeah, I'll give it a shot.
All right, so let's do this. All right, so cut away while I find the appropriate devices to tighten up this connection down here, and we'll see you a couple of minutes in the future.
what it was left. You know, I don't know.
Show you a quart of ATS to this thing. We have to get a quart of ATS to this thing. Let me dig around and see if I have anything. Cody, Kristen, come here for a second. I gotta show you guys something I'm working on.
Oh, yeah.
You ever watch DD Speed Shop? They're up in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a tribute project that we're working on. This is actually a 55 Chevy station wagon.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 4-door. We're going to turn it into a 2-door and then back to a 4-door. So we're working on this. What do you think?
I think it looks great.
Right? It's shaping up.
Yeah.
Smallest project to get in here.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's different. It's unique. And
You're almost there.
Yeah. We're going to burn some rubber with this thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent.
I exploded the transmission.
Felt it on my foot.
Yeah. You must have rolled a sprig at some point.
Well, guess we need a new transmission.
Nice one.
That's the most carnage I've ever done.
Well, there you go, guys. Well, I got an extra Torqueflite in there if you need one.
We got the one we took out of it. That's why we saved it. And that's why you use a transmission shield. Which we don't have one for this yet. Lucky it didn't come through the floor.
That was a good explosion.
It definitely hit the floor because I felt it on my foot. Yeah, the floor's mangled. Oh wow, it's real mangled. That pedal's gonna have to come out. We're gonna have to beat that floor back down.
Yeah.
We'll put a shield in it when we go back together.
You think? Like, I kind of feel bad, man. You came with an electrical problem and you leave it with a grenade Torqueflite.
Oh, that's part of it.
It's all part of it. Well, yeah, look at that. Look how scattered that thing is. Hey, let's roll this back out of the way.
Yeah. Where do we want to roll it? If we have time, I can just pull it up on the trailer from right here.
You're not going to pull it anywhere.
I guess we'll have to take the drive shaft out, huh?
Probably not. Just put it in neutral.
Yeah. So I was just saying I could winch it on the trailer.
Oh yeah, you can winch on the trailer.
Right.
It blows up at the front, not
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the back where the parking sprig is. That's YouTube gold.
Yeah. What look like? Let's go look at the. I got. Took out my linkage point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it feels like that linkage.
Oh yeah. That, actually, the whole thing is missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only way to get it neutral is going to be getting under there. That or we can pull the drive shaft. Because we were running stock linkage. I've heard all the stories of that happening. It's never happened to me before.
I've lost a couple of them.
Well, better here than the track.
Oh yeah,
Really?
for sure. Our trailer's right there. I mean, couldn't be any better.
This is what I'm saying. All right. So
Nice day.
let's get this thing up on. Well, you could probably reach underneath and get it out of
The lever.
Yeah, the lever. Just
It sets kind of so low though. I don't know that I'll be able to. I'll try.
like a jack over.
Yeah. It's either that or take out the drive shaft. I think it's the two options. Oh, and that belt's gone again. There it is.
Probably just an alignment issue.
Yep.
That's the least of your troubles. Right?
Oh, yeah. For sure. So we might only be taking one car to that April race. We'll see.
No, I'll put one together for you.
I got the spare at the house.
Actually, I got one that I just did sitting inside there. But no, it won't work for you. It's a lockup. All right. I get the jack.
That go on the wall in the shop. The shop's
Oh,
done.
we've got plenty of pieces to go on the wall.
I'm trying to remember, is all the way back
All the way back is
park. So I
Forward
need
is-
to go.
Yeah.
Of course, it's probably still in a gear. I'll see.
I got it. This jack is done. Yeah.
Did it blow that off too?
there's just no way.
Yeah. Well, I'd say pull drive shaft.
Full drive shift.
Yep.
Kabooms.
Yeah. It was feeling good. I told her I about got it to, I don't know, 5,500 in first, and I went to hit second, and right when it hit second, I think is when it let go.
They said we had just got one step forward because we're always two steps forward, one step back. We were like, yeah, we just went forward. I don't know how many steps back this is.
This is only one step back. It's
Oh,
just a
technically
transmission.
one.
I had one go off, and you see where yours floor is dented?
Yep.
It wrapped itself over my foot.
Yeah. Oh, I knew
Mopars.
exactly what happened when I felt it on my foot.
They take care of you. You know, when the floor shreds, it wraps itself over your foot to protect you from the shrapnel. Oh, here's finally found a piece of the drum.
What's that?
I finally found a piece of the drum. Everything else is case.
Yeah. I just wanted to look at some of the carnage.
Yeah.
There's a band.
Yeah, this piece is a band, and this drum. That's the part that let go.
Yeah.
That's case. That's drum. Case. There's still a lot of parts laying up in there because this doesn't account for nearly any of it.
Yeah.
So that's all drum. And that's all band.
Is it possible the torque converter let go, or do you think
No.
it was sprag-related drum explosion?
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder if I rolled the sprag on that first burnout.
Probably.
Because
Probably.
it was hooking up in first gear when I was going into second, which is probably.
Well, no, that's okay, but did you let off the throttle? Because it's when you backpedal it that it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I obviously I had to at some point to not. I just think I think I was already in second before I let off. You always put on a transmission shield,
Right.
and you never wear flip-flops racing.
Right, exactly. Because, but there has to be an easier way to get a cutaway view of a Torqueflite than this. So, you know, this. It just happens, right? They came for a simple electrical issue and left with souvenirs.
Final parts. You got a box I can put these in?
Yeah, we'll hook you up. And I got plenty of parts. If you run out of parts, putting it back together again, I got whatever you need.
All right.
So, well, that's it, guys. The unexpected, you know. Kaboom. I wanted to give you these stickers to put on the cars.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Because we would definitely be proud to represent, you know.
Yep. For sure.
All right, so that's it, guys. If you see them out on the road, the drag and drive, which events are you hitting this year?
The circuit, which is at Mocan Dragway in Missouri, and then we'll drive down into Arkansas and back to Missouri, and then we'll be doing the Ratty Muscle Cars thing down in Alabama, which is like around the Decatur, Huntsville
I may
area.
come down to that.
And then we always do Drag Week every year in my Dart, but who knows? You may see this on Drag Week too. You just never know.
Well, if you run into them on the road, buy them coffee or something. And that's it. I'll see you tomorrow.